I'm Lisa Bauer. You are watching Dirty Dog Live Music, and tonight we are at Natalie's Sports Garden in downtown Neville, Pennsylvania. Once again, I am surrounded by talent. I'll tell you what, I love my job. If there's any doubt whatsoever, you can look at the smiles, okay? Let me introduce to you Jeff Riales from Rochester, New York, and Dana Fine from Rochester, New York. And Jeff and Dana are musicians extraordinaire. They're very accomplished. Well, we're going to ask Jeff first a little bit about who he is and where he's from, and your background.
Yeah, of course I'm Jeff Riales.
Right.
And I was born and raised in Memphis, Tennessee, and lived there for most of my life. Then I joined the Navy and was in Vietnam for a while, off the coast of Nam.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you. And grew up. When I was in Memphis, the music scene in Memphis, of course, everybody knows Elvis and
right.
the whole rockabilly, the blues, and
the whole Memphis thing.
Started writing songs when I was in the fourth grade or so, and just kind of grabbed all the styles that were around, like the blues and the swamp and the Delta blues and the bluegrass and country. So it's just, and I moved up here in 1980.
To Rochester?
To Rochester.
Right.
Yeah, been here ever since.
And you've won some awards for your music, is that right?
Yeah, I've won a few awards, various contests and stuff. And
looks like this. we'll help him blow this horn.
That's my
there you go.
ticket CD from 2008. That was Rochester's local album of the year. From the music critic Jeff Spivak, Democrat and Chronicle newspaper. And I was very proud of that. And the song, the title song on this CD was also the #1 country song in upstate New York for the Upstate New York Songwriting Competition.
That's a big accomplishment.
So I was very proud of that.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Dana, it's easy for me to talk about Dana because I know Dana quite well. I met Dana at the Bluegrass Festival in Meadville, right in Meadville several years ago. He was also on our show with a band called Full House. Yeah. And there are people in your life who you meet one time and you just know they're going to be lifetime friends, and that's kind of the way I feel about Dana. I've gotten to know his family and his kids, and and now the grandkids and everything. But Dana impressed me greatly with his vocals and of course his talent to play. So let's talk a little bit about you. How did you guys get together?
Well, I'm a little sneaky.
Okay.
A little sneaky. And in Rochester...
He's laughing because he's probably more than a little sneaky.
We hang out at open mics quite a bit. We'll travel around and see who's out. And when I first got into Rochester around 2000 or so, there was a real good open mic group that was going along, and my wife took me down, and I met Jeff and just a whole handful of other excellent musicians. And I would stand off to the side and sing harmony really loud so I knew that he could hear me.
So the someday we would just drag him up.
Someday. I just kept feeding it
and he
out
didn't need
there.
a mic either.
You haven't heard him yet, but he has a likeness to a Johnny Cash type voice.
That's my man.
Yeah, so...
And I have a John Denver voice,
right,
so we put those two together, and it works.
John.
And John, there you go. Yeah, you guys are in for a real treat tonight, honestly. I can't say this from the bottom of my heart. I've heard a little bit of you guys together just before we started doing the show, and I'm really looking forward to it. So.
The other thing I like about singing with Jeff is he is such a songwriter that the story songs are just so grabbing that I could play them every weekend and I never get tired of playing. Thank you.
How does that work for you? What inspires you to write?
Well, I grew up in Memphis, but my grandparents were in Mississippi, just south of Memphis, 40 miles south, in a place called Como. And it was just a gravel road. My grandfather, commercial catfish. He was a farmer. We had a quail farm. He trained bird dogs for a living. He was a carpenter.
How interesting.
So I spent my summers down there, and there was so much to do, and then once I started writing songs, my head would kind of go back to Mississippi, and it still does. And I grabbed a lot of my thoughts from that part of my life.
Tell us a little bit about what we're going to hear tonight, then.
Well, I'll start with it's called the Gravel Road.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And this is the road that my grandparents lived on, and it's called Riales Road. We were the first family there.
I live on a dirt road now, so I love it.
I love it too. Well, you'll appreciate this because my father, after my grandparents passed away, he moved into their house, and my grandmother always wanted the road paved, and they never paved it. So I was living in New York, and my father called me up and said, "Oh, great news! They're going to pave the gravel road." And I went, "Oh no!"
Oh no! Yeah.
Because really, in my head, when I write a song, I picture myself sitting on that porch, looking out at the road. No matter, I don't care what kind of song it is, for some stupid reason, I'm sitting
takes you
there.
back, right?
And I thought, now what's going to happen? I get writer's block. I got nowhere to write about. You know what I mean?
They paved over my writing.
So then I wrote the song right away. Decided I better write it now. So.
Okay.
And the Ticket song.
Good.
It's
Is
cool.
it a good one?
It's a
Yeah.
good one.
Okay.
It's a song about the New York State Lottery. And I actually wrote this in my sleep. I kept waking up with numbers, and I'd go back to bed. I'd wake up with another number, write a line, I'd go back to bed. And I got the next morning, finished it, and I called a friend of mine and told him about it, and he, Duncan Walls, and he threw a line in there for me, so I gave him a co-write on it. So that's me and Duncan Walls wrote this.
Okay.
And let's see, what else we doing? Sweet Lila Jane. That's actually the name of my cat. We name all our cats after some of my songs.
Okay.
And there's no big story behind that. I was going to do a concert at a lake somewhere in the Adirondacks with a good friend of mine, Jed Curran, and I was single at the time. I was going through divorce. Swore up and down I was going to meet a woman there. And so I wrote this song about Sweet Lila Jane. I'm going to meet Sweet Lila Jane. And the concert canceled and never went. So.
She might have been there. You just don't know.
Yeah. Then the most special song that I'll be playing tonight is Mama Waved at Elvis. My mother in Memphis was sitting in her front yard. It's been her cousin's front yard, and they were doing their hair, so they had the curlers going.
Oh, no.
This is in the 50s.
Okay.
When Elvis was,
Right. Well, yeah, he was a big
And
heartthrob.
Elvis rode by in his Cadillac with his entourage. There was a bunch of people in the Cadillac, and he stopped in front of the house.
With your hair in
and
magic, right?
and waved at him and winked. And my mother always said, "Did I ever tell you Elvis winked and waved at me?" Yeah, Mommy, you told us about it a million times. But when she passed away, and I have songs about my grandparents and stuff, and they were all tough to write, and I really thought that I would probably never write a song about my mother because it was just too
close to home,
yeah.
right?
Too close.
And I got to thinking about that particular moment that she talked about. And I said, this is it. This is the perfect thing to write about. It's not sad.
It was a big highlight of her life,
and it's
too,
a true
yeah.
story, and I can kind of embellish a little bit on it, too, what I mean?
Right.
So, and
That's great.
and then Drive It. It's just a song about pickup trucks.
Good place here in
Guys
Newville
write
for a
songs.
song.
Guys write songs about pickup trucks, and girls love them. I don't know. One of the songs I heard Dana do a long time ago is a song about his daughter, Jenny.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, and that's always stuck with me. So I think that closeness, with your family, it's people can identify with it, and it sticks with you. It stays with you. So. I'm really looking forward to hearing the music. You want to just go do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best part.
All right, let's go.
All right, this first song is a song I wrote about a gravel road down in Como, Mississippi, just south of Memphis. It's a road that I grew up on as a kid playing in my grandfather's farm, grandmother's farm. They finally paved the gravel road, and I kind of got ticked off, and I had to write a song about it. So it's called The Gravel Road. I grew up on a dirt road off of Highway 28. It would wind like a river on down to Sardis Lake. Every mile could tell a story, every stone was good to throw. My daddy told me yesterday that they paved the gravel road. They named it after my family, we were the first to settle in. Mama cussed that dusty road time and time again. She called the state of Mississippi 50 years ago. They said, hold on tight, it won't be long before we pave the gravel road. That's where I learned to drive a truck when I was just a kid. And my bare feet got toughened up from the running that I did. Now I could hear the school bus coming from a half a mile or so. Now the cars are sneaking up on me since they paved the gravel road. Shot tin cans down the middle with my granddaddy's gun. My soul's a part of the dirt road, there's dust inside my blood. Well, I know I should feel better, but there's a rock inside my heart. You can't cover up those memories with one single coat of tar. That's where I learned to drive a truck when I was just a kid. My bare feet got toughened up from the running that I did. Yeah, I could hear the school bus coming from a half a mile or so. Now the cars are sneaking up on me since he paved the gravel road. That's where I learned to drive a truck when I was just a kid. My bare feet got toughened up from the running that I did. Yeah, I could hear the school bus coming from a half a mile or so. Now the cars are sneaking up on me since he paved the gravel road. Now the cars are sneaking up on me since he paved the gravel road. Okay, this next song is a song I wrote about the New York State Lottery. And I kind of wrote this one in my sleep. I kept waking up, and I got a number and a line, and I go back to sleep, and I get another number, another line, wake up. It's called The Ticket. Well, I had my morning coffee with some butter and some toast. Read the morning paper, I got whiter than the ghost. There she was on the front page. She made the local news. $100 million from the numbers that she used. And they asked her how she chose them. Couldn't believe what I read. She said, I thought of my ex-husband. And then they popped into my head, Lord, Lord. And this is what I read. I chose a 21 because he two-timed me one too many times. 545 long years I listened to his lies. 13 for the bad luck that he brought me every day. 51 because I'm getting old to know he'll never change. 32 because I never thought someone could be so cold. And a 45 is what I use to chase him down the road. Well, I called her up as soon as I could come up with a plan. I was begging for forgiveness. Baby, I'm a different man. You know I can manage money a whole lot better than a bank. Without me, you'd have no numbers. Baby, you got me to thank. She said, I don't need your help. I'll be fine the way I am. All I need are these 6 numbers and this ticket in my hand, Lord, Lord. And then I heard it once again. I chose a 21 because you two-timed me one too many times. 545 long years I listened to your lies. And 13 for the bad luck that you brought me every day. 51 because you're getting old to know you'll never change. 32 cause I never thought someone could be so cold. And a 45 is what I use to chase you down the road. Could've chose a 10 for all the cars in your front yard. Couldn't choose a 0, but you know damn good and well that's what you are. And then I heard it just one more time. I chose a 21 because you two-timed me one too many times. 545 long years I listened to his lies. 13 for the bad luck that he brought me every day. 51 because it's getting old, I know you'll never change. 32 cause I never thought someone could be so cold. And a 45 is what I use to chase him down the road. And a 45 is what I use to chase him down the road. This next song is a song I wrote about my mother. She passed away several years ago. She had a true story encounter with Elvis in Memphis. And she would always say, hey, did I ever tell you that Elvis waved at me and winked? So after she passed away, I figured this was a good story to write, good song to write about her. It's called Mama Waved at Elvis. Now everybody has a little claim to fame. Like when you meet someone famous, start dropping their name. My mother told a story just about 1,000 times. She was sitting in her front yard in Memphis and Elvis rode by. Mama waved at Elvis, Elvis waved back. He gave her a wing from his new Cadillac. Then he stopped, and then he smiled, Lord, don't you know must have drove her wild. Her hair up in curlers, embarrassed no doubt, couldn't hide the beauty, was checking her out. Mama waved at Elvis, Elvis waved back. Sometimes I think, what if things had gone different that day? Like he stopped and talked, and they went out on a date. Fell in love and got married, had a boy and a girl. Yeah, things would be a lot different in me and my sister's world. I can see it now, I could have been the one. I could have been known as Elvis's son. Riding around Memphis, hanging with a king, learning how to drive and learning how to sing. Singing rock and roll, singing the blues, riding in a jet with a pair of blue shoes. My boy to Elvis way back. It would have been crazy growing up with the king, watching him and my mother living that dream. I can only think about the things that she might have done. Yeah, we'd still have Elvis, he'd still be number one. If Mama had Elvis, she'd kept him in line. He'd still be singing, yeah, he'd still be alive. No such thing as a jungle room, no fried bananas every day at noon. Cooking up beans on a cornbread night, and a little fried chicken if you treated her right. Mama waved at Elvis way back. Yeah, Mama waved at Elvis way back. He gave her a wing from his new Cadillac. And then he stopped, and then he smiled. Lord, don't you know, must have drove her wild. Her hair up in curlers, embarrassed no doubt. Couldn't hide the beauty, he was checking her out. Mama waved at Elvis way back. Okay, this song is called Sweet Lila Jane. That's the name of one of my cats. And you'll have to bear with me on this because there's a transition point in this song. And I actually play the last half of it in the solo with a Sharpie. And I am the only one known right now to be playing the guitar with a Sharpie. It's kind of hard to grab it and skip a beat, so Sweet Lila Jane. Where the highway is ended and the blacktop's behind, a dirt road leads to nowhere, just nature's design. And that's where I found her, my sweet Lila Jane, sweetheart of the mountain who could never be tamed. Tough as a bobcat, gentle as a lamb, wild as the moonshine from an old rusty can. Pretty as the sunset, soft as the rain. She's my sweetheart of the mountain, she's my sweet Lila Jane. special to my sweet Lila Jane. The only one special to my sweet Lila Jane. Tough as a bobcat, gentle as a lamb, wild as the moonshine from an old rusty can, pretty as the sunset, soft as the rain. She's my sweetheart of the mountain, she's my sweet Lila Jane. Gentle as a lamb, wild as the moonshine from an old rusty cane, pretty as the sunset, soft as the rain. She's my sweetheart of the mountain, she's my sweet Lila Jane. Now I'm miles from nowhere, and I won't complain. I got my sweetheart of the mountains, my sweet Lila Jane. Okay, this song is, I guess, you know, if you're raised in Mississippi and Memphis, you better have a song about a truck. This is called Drive It. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. I'd rather drive a truck. It's a real fine automobile. I'd rather drive a truck. It's a real fine automobile. At home, you're gonna find me behind the wheel. I used to own a Ford, man, it sure carried the load. I used to own a Ford truck, man, it sure carried the load. But it couldn't take the mud, it was sliding on and off the road. Give me a four-wheel drive, and a 454. You can paint it red, you can paint it white, long as I can drive it on a Saturday night. And when I die, prop me up in the bed, face me looking back so I don't see what's ahead. The Lord or the devil gonna snatch me up, long as I can get there in my pickup truck. I used to own a Dodge, the engine always seemed to run hot. I used to own a Dodge, the engine always seemed to run hot. And the brakes never worked, so I drove it back to the lot. And now I drive a Chevy, it's a 1971. Chevy, it's a 1971. Flew past the Ford and the Dodge, man, you ought to see her run. Give me a four-wheel drive, a 4-in-the-floor, 2 gun racks and a 454. You can paint it red, you can paint it white, long as I can drive it on a Saturday night. And when I die, prop me up in the bed, face me looking back so I don't see what's ahead. The Lord or the devil's gonna snatch me up, as long as I can get there in my pickup truck.
454. You can paint it red, you can paint it white, long as I can drive it on a Saturday night. And when I die, prop me up in the bed, face me looking back so I don't see what's ahead. The Lord or the devil gonna snatch me up, as long as I can get there in my pickup truck. Yeah, as long as I can get there in my pickup truck. That's it.
Hi, we're back. I hope you enjoyed that. I know I did. This is the kind of music that I think that if I would just like to be in my home and have you both sitting there just playing all night long.
I would.
Just call us. We'll
Well, there you go. See, you can't
take
beat
the
that.
drive down again. We'll come later.
I have to tell you a little story because the last time Dana was here, I took him over, the band, the whole band, went over to Bosco's, and that's in Meadville, and we just sort of surprised Gary with them, and we had a great
we played,
time.
what, 2-3 hours?
Yeah, he had a great time, I know. So how can people find you? Obviously, they're going to want to know how to get your music.
Well, you can find my music on jeffriales.com, and I have all 3 of my CDs on there, the ticket and right rear wheel. Say that 5 times.
Right. Just say it one time. Just say it one time. Right rear wheel. Okay, I did it.
And Paved with Gold. This is my latest CD, Paved with Gold. That was done in 2010.
Okay.
And jeffriales.com.
I've not heard
CD
these
Baby,
yet.
CD Baby, and all the regular, digital.
Okay, and you also are with band currently, a
Right.
full band.
And Dana's in the band. And
Right.
It's called Jeff Riales and the Silvertone Express.
There you go, the Silvertone Express. That's what I wanted. I think people need to hear that so that they
Right.
know where to look. And you play all over, correct? You're in our area sometimes. You're
Mostly up around Rochester.
What about festivals and that sort of thing?
We do festivals, the Cornhill Festival, Lilac. I don't know if you're familiar with any of those. There.
Oh, yeah, this spring we did the Lila Festival. It was so cold.
40 degrees.
Almost needed to play with gloves. It was just...
Yeah, working conditions aren't always great for musicians, that's for sure.
And you can find 20 of my songs on the Touch Tunes digital jukeboxes that are in a lot of nightclubs and bars.
Okay, great. If you had one thing that you would want people to know about you, what would that be? All your accomplishments and all the things you've done and all the places you've been, and what do you want people to know about you?
I think it would be that I just write honest songs, and I'm an honest person, and if you do things right in life, you get rewarded for it. I haven't been rewarded for anything yet. I'm doing it right.
Every day you wake up breathing, that's your reward, yeah.
Award's coming.
But yeah, I would like to, for everybody to say, he's a good person, he's a good songwriter.
Dana, you too, same question. What do you want people to know about you?
That I'm happy.
You are happy. You're a very happy person.
Just, and that's what keeps life for me just going. It's just smiling and having friends.
Good friends, that's
Good
right.
friends.
Good friends. Let me just tell everybody, find what you love in life and do it. Find what you love and do it. And have fun.
Yeah.
And we will see you out there.